girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a video that I've been so excited about making. But real quick, before we get into this really exciting upload, I just want to say thank you so much to those of you that decided to enter Dream Diesel giveaway number 19. The OG 2.0 DURTYMAX with $30,000 giveaway is officially closed. All the entries are now safe and sound in the hands of Compliant Sweepstakes Services. Compliant Sweepstakes Services is the third-party sweepstakes administrator that proctors and administers all of our campaigns. It's what allows us to give you guys a chance to take home really badass diesel trucks and some pretty serious wads of cash. But in all reality, they're the ones that do the drawing. So what happens next is once they conduct their drawing, we'll get some names of tentative winners. They will reach out to said winners to see if they want to accept the prize. I don't know. It's a choice that you're gonna have to make if you get called. And then once that happens, we will be announcing the winner. That's gonna be somewhere right around the middle of September. And then in other extremely exciting news, Dream Diesel giveaway number 20, deuces, my friends, will be right around the corner. We're thinking also somewhere right around that middle of September timeframe for the launch, which I am unbelievably excited to introduce to you guys. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have to keep it a secret. Jake, what are we thinking about Convict, bro?
I don't have words. I mean, dude. Bro.
I'm saying.
Bro, dude.
I don't know what to say, bro.
That color.
It's insane. Oh my goodness.
I thought it looked good in the shop yesterday when I was putting it together, and then you just parked it in the sun, and I'm just sitting here like trying to like, you see that?
We are taking this glorious fall feeling morning at just before 9 a.m. to admire the world's first chalk gray by Enthuzst wrapped F450 2020 Platinum. This thing looks absolutely insane. It is massive in every single way, shape, and form on that PMF coilover King Shock conversion, but now it's gray. And it looks menacing, to say the least. Menacing, yet it's so clean. Enthuzst makes a really amazing product. I'm so happy with it, which is why we chose to wrap another F450 in their product. It just looks insanely high quality. You would think that this was a paint job if you were to walk past it or even get up close to it. It actually has the same orange peel effect as a paint job from the factory. There's a lot to be said about not only the quality of the product, but the quality of the service performed by our homies over at Accelerate Auto to get it looking as good as a professional factory paint job. Jake and I were just sitting here sharing a small little conversation about an idea that we had. The idea is this: Convict has been somewhat of a troublemaker over the history of its presence here on the vlog. But I think he's somewhat cleaned up his act, and we said that, well, he just recently took a small little trip over to boot camp at Accelerate Auto, and, well, I don't know if he's much of a convict anymore. I think he's more of a freaking battleship. Straightened out his act, and now he's sailing the 7 seas, making sure everybody's keeping their act straight.
I think battleship's a very, very fitting term for this brand new Convict.
This one-of-one F450, never done in the entire automotive industry. This chalk gray looks absolutely insane. It's way lighter than Nardo. I wish that I had a Nardo to compare for you guys, but in the sun, it shines way, way lighter, and it's absolutely stunning in every way, shape, and form. The black accents done by Peach Bottom Auto pulled this whole truck together. We've got the black mirrors with the stenciled lights. We've got the Recon cab lights up top, blacked out headlights with clear lenses, blacked out grille with the paint to match front forward emblem, and of course the bezel that's been wrapped chalk gray. We've got the blacked out badges on the side with the matching F450, blacked out handles, blacked out chrome on the window trim, and of course down at the bottom. And then one of my favorite characteristics of one of the best angles of any F450 period, because of those big old fender flares, is the back platinum tailgate badge. We've got our gray letters on top of the blacked out emblem, just looking beautiful is the best way to put it. So boys and girls, today we are doing something really exciting. We're headed back down to Peach Bottom for our final component of this build. Now, you might notice that the hood is still white on this truck, and that's because we're going to experiment with a concept that I was a little bit on the fence about, but I think will end up playing out well. We're considering a cow hood for this beast of a truck, being that it is truly one of a kind and an absolute animal. Now, that hood is also being painted by Sean. We're gonna put it on today and we're gonna see what we think. I'm not 100% sold on the idea. We've got just enough material to wrap one hood left at Accelerate Auto, so we're gonna have to choose which direction we're going today. and choose we will. So we're getting en route, and we're blessed with the presence of 1,000 starlights in our headliner. Huge shout out again to Cole for making this happen. This is my first truck with a starlit headliner. It's long overdue, and I can see why everybody rants and raves about them. It really sets the freaking mood, man. It is absolutely badass. Look at this.
Look at that.
Just look at it.
What the heck is that?
It's freaking sweet, man. Now, obviously, the Super Duties have a huge black hole in the center of their stars, sucking all the souls because of its big old sunroof. Big sunroof just leads to more consolidation of the stars. What can I say?
It's absurd. So he has to pull every single one of those through and then clip it off. Yep.
We're just over here romantically admiring the stars.
That's insane.
It is the coolest thing, bro. Sit here and change the color.
No kidding.
With this little remote.
The music or yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you can set it to music on, and then it'll detect the bass and it'll change on that. You can even do, here, look, like this breathe mode.
That is awesome.
And it's even got an app, dude. You can go in your app and you can customize all these colors and all this wild stuff I didn't even think was imaginable. Downtown Lancaster City was not prepared for what it just encountered. Dudes, driving this truck through the city is honestly a little worrisome. I'm not even gonna lie.
I can attest to
I would say look at the reflection, but the tint's too dark. That's why we have the window down over here. Oh my God. Would you just look at it? Perks of driving through the city, all the reflections left and right. My neck is on a constant swivel. Check it out. Opening up this sunroof because it's a beautiful, what feels like fall day. 66 degrees outside. It might be a little bit early. The time has come, my friends. Oh, yes. This is a very glorious moment for me right now. I can't even lie. Feeling great.
That's nice. That's real nice.
It's just a casual battleship cruising through Prince Street. Nothing abnormal to see here. Fuel prices have been pretty insane lately. What is fuel where you guys are at across the US or in Canada? Right now we're seeing like $3.59 a gallon. It seems like things stabilized, but I don't know, I guess our new administration, I kind of miss where gas prices were, if you catch my drift. Look at this thing. It looks so unbelievable. I know I keep saying that, I sound like a broken record, but I feel like it's an excuse this time around. Super Duty, brother. Silver truck, chalk gray truck. Not silver, not Nardo gray. Thing looks unbelievable. I think Battleship fits it very well, but Convict is grandfathered in. Call it what you want. I think it fits either extremely well. We got the sunroof open. It's glorious because it is so big. It lets so much light in, and that starlit headliner is just so sick. Guys, this truck is becoming everything that I ever dreamt it would be, and today we're finally seeing it before our eyes. Well, guess we maxed out at 100 bucks. That'll do for now. Love to envision these builds from initial concept to reality, and we work with all of these epic players in Lancaster County to make that possible. Brody at Accelerate Auto for the amazing wrap and the tint. We've got PMF suspension on the epic lift kit. We've got none other than our friends over at Peach Bottom Auto for literally transforming the visual aesthetics of these trucks. They are just masters at their trade. We've got Sam at Lime Ridge Automotive for sourcing us nothing but the most badass diesel trucks. And there's plenty of other players that I didn't even list, just to name a few. And what I've learned is you are who you surround yourself with, and this time around I wanted to listen to my peers, as I know that they always have our best interest in mind. Jake, Sean, and Brody convinced me to do something a little bit different with this F450, and that was to consider an aftermarket hood. It's the reason that we didn't wrap the OEM Super Duty hood, which I love. I think they look fantastic. This time around, rather, we sourced a hood that was made by a specific, very, very popular brand in the Ford community by the name of Cervini. They make really, really cool cowl hoods, and really cool and really badass at that. So this is the reason why we never wrapped the hood on the Super Duty, and today we need to make a critical decision as to the direction that we're gonna go. Are we gonna stick with the factory hood and wrap that one, or are we gonna go with the Cervini one? There was really only one way to find out, and that was to get it paint matched by the boys down here at Peach Bottom and get it installed. And install is what we're about to do. I've been pretty anxious for this moment. What do you think it's gonna look like? Is it gonna look right once we envision it in its final wrap state, or is it not gonna look right at all? And only time will tell. But in the time being, let's see how good you are at foreshadowing and envision the final product. Drop your comments below. I need to know where you guys are at on this one. Boys and girls, here is the Cervini hood mounted up on the F450, and initial thoughts. Don't think about it any further than what you're seeing right now. What do you guys think? Is it a yay? Is it a nay? I'm gonna give you a few seconds to decide, and then I'm gonna let you know where my mind's at. I'll give you a look on this side. Obviously, side profile is best. Getting a good look at it. Y'all saw it with the stock hood on, obviously. A little bit of a front perspective here. And then side. I certainly think it looks cool, and it's got its place without a question of a doubt. But is the place on Convict? What do you think? You guys want to know what I'm thinking? As much as I love it, and as beautiful as it is, I think that we needed to see it on the truck to finally make the decision. And I think that decision is we're gonna pass. That's a hard decision to make, and I really like these hoods. I think they look awesome. But for all, I would say, hyper OEM plus additions that we've made to this truck up until this point in time, if I saw it going down the road, I would say yes to everything except the hood. And that's where I just gotta be honest. We're making a big decision here. We need to make our minds up. We only have one route or another. There's only enough material for one hood, and I obviously can't run both. I like it, but it's just not the move. It's just not the move. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I know some of you are gonna agree with me. I know others are gonna disagree with me, but that's the whole purpose of making this video, is I wanted to introduce you guys to a component of the design build that we made reality, but the only way that we could actually decide was seeing the truck with the part on it. It was too hard of a decision to visualize in the mind to make that choice clear. So this truck is Star White Pearl. It's a 2020 Platinum F450. They have that color on 250s, 350s, 450s from the factory from 2020 up. If the truck was all white, I'd think that it would work a little bit better because there'd be some chrome accents and it would kind of play in well. It's not like so much attention would be called to the actual wrap and all the other details itself. So this hood is now for sale painted. If you guys want, shoot Sean a message. It will be available at Peach Bottom Auto Body turnkey. These things are really hard to get at the time being. They're actually back ordered for a few weeks. So it's down here if you have a 2020 Plus, it's already white if your truck is white, or they'll paint it for you. Solid hood option available. Just gotta find the right truck. The moral of the story here is sometimes in life, guys, you never know unless you try. And I always try to leave you with a little bit of a takeaway. And granted, we are talking about a truck part here, but you can see just how cleanly the OEM hood keeps this truck. Ford did a really good job on it. And you know, if there's anything that I adhere to, it's my roots of OEM Plus always. But in this instance, in the mind, it seemed like it could potentially work. And if there's anything that you're potentially considering doing, you should just go out and try it. And that is kind of the moral of the story. We tried it and we realized at that point in time, it wasn't the right decision. We're sticking with the factory hood and we are going to get it wrapped. It's gonna look so good. And you know, all these little accents that I touched on earlier get reinforced with the OEM hood. It's got some great cowled lines in it. It scoops really nice. It flows very well. It plays into all the factory lines. And I love this stamped in Super Duty component up front. It just looks so tough. And the coolest thing about trying something that you're desiring doing is you're never gonna look back on it and say, I wish I did, because you can't, because you tried. Yeah, Sonny. That right there, real truck. As I eat my Chick-fil-A sandwich.
This is not a sponsored ad by Chick-fil-A.
That was a priceless face right there.
It was. Oh, whoa. You got another sandwich.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't judge me, bro.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're playing a little bit of truck Tetris today as we're back at Accelerate Auto to finish up our final decision. We're wrapping up the hood, no pun intended. And we're wrapping up the gas cap. That was given to Sean so we could match the color on the other hood, which I believe we actually already have a buyer for, and that buyer's name begins with a B and owns Accelerate Auto. 72 refreshing degrees outside. This is the ideal season. Do not take it for granted. It's gonna be here and then it's gonna be gone. I'm somewhat of a creature of habit, if you can't tell by now. I very much enjoy and greatly value the spring and the fall months. Fall especially is exciting though because, well, transitioning into this time of the year is absolutely beautiful, and it's hunting season, boys. But not only is it hunting season, it's building season. And building season requires digging nights, like tonight. We've got a U35-4 that was delivered to accompany the 90 for the weekend. It is Labor Day weekend right now, so happy Labor Day weekend. I hope that you guys are gonna have a really good one. Stay safe, please. I 100% support drinking some alcoholic beverages as long as you're of the age, of course, of course. But yes, you can see I've got a little bit of work started here, and this is where I'm gonna wrap up the vlog with you guys this evening. We started our 36-inch deep trench that's going to house the 4-inch conduit that was delivered. Big thanks to B&G Lumber and Supplies for that, as well as the 1.25-inch conduit, some of our slip 90s for both the 4-inch and the 1.25-inch. And then we've got some well pipe here. That well pipe is actually going to run water from my house to the building. So we've got a few trenches. Just to refresh your memory, one's gonna come straight across, pretty much right to the corner of 8 Ball there, the back corner where that lumber is. So I'm gonna have to move that. I'm gonna move the new High Country, that oh so beautiful High Country that hasn't moved at all, still 91 miles on that thing. Purple marks the spot there. Purple marks the spot over to one of my 2 wells. I've got 2 on this property. That one is unused. That one services the house. And then I'm also going to do some trenching over to the corner of the house here to feed in not only some well line for that water, but also 3 1.25-inch conduits that will be for future use, whatever I decide to use. And you can see the inside is taking shape. We had Jake in here running the 90, working on perfecting them skid steer skills. It takes some practice when you're new to equipment in any piece of machinery at that. He's come a very long way since he started, and I can tell that he's pretty addicted to the bug. As you can see, he was having fun with the other 4 loads of 2A modified stone that I had dropped off. We didn't get everything spread to where we want it to be, but he was working on some skills, and I figured it's one less task that we're gonna have to do in the future, because we still need to finish those purlins on the backside, the tin on the backside, and then we're gonna start tinning the exterior. I'm also hoping that I have all of my conduit dug, trenched, and ran by the next upload, because then that's just one less thing that I need to do to get one step closer to occupying this building. We also pulled out some rocks kind of in this facade here because this is all going to be stoned off as well. We're gonna have to fill this up, so I'm probably gonna scratch some dirt away, bring some fill dirt in, build this up just a little bit because it bows, and we're just sitting here watching progress be made. So I just want to thank you guys again for the overwhelming support and excitement of Dream Diesel giveaway number 19. You guys have no idea how excited I am to learn of who is gonna be taking home that truck and $30,000 cash. I'm also very interested to see who's gonna be taking home our additional prizes, that being the KTM and all the tech prizes as well. Stay on the lookout for Dream Diesel giveaway number 20 coming up oh so shortly here in the middle of September. Tap that subscribe button if you haven't already, like button as I know you already did, and I'll plan on seeing y'all in the next video. Again, stay safe this Labor Day weekend. Benjamin,
hi.
What do you think?
Dude, that Nara Gray is awesome.
Oh my God, delete, 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 cut.